So you two dig up dinosaurs? So you two dig up dinosaurs?
Oh.
Have to get used to
So you two dig up dinosaurs?
Oh.
What do you want to
Hey,
do first?
what's going on, guys? Welcome to Tuned In Live, episode number 2. And of course, as you all could tell by the title, it is whatever. We had scheduled our boy Dark. Hey, Wolf in the house. First one here. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, Wolf?
We had Dark, who was going to be here with us, but unfortunately, he has something come up, and he's going to catch us on the next podcast. And Bane is out of commission also as well. So I'm joined by my co-host Shadow and Johnny T.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
And of course, let's go ahead and get this started. I mean, Shadow, I told you could have something you wanted to talk about. Maybe did you bring anything in, to entertain the masses with?
Entertain the masses with? No,
Mhm.
not at the moment. But I will say, in a couple weeks, I do have a stream I want to test out coming up, featuring Shenmue when it comes out on the 21st. So y'all keep an eye out for that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because I know you've been telling us that you've been wanting to try out a lot of Shenmue. I think I have one of the Shenmue. I think it was Shenmue. I think the first Shenmue was on Dreamcast. I think I believe I have that.
I had that on the Dreamcast, and I had the second one on the Xbox.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of which, I know what I could start with, and I don't know if you've ever have you ever messed with emulators, ROM, stuff like that on PC?
I have, yes. In fact, I had a Dreamcast one while I was playing Shenmue on it last year.
Oh, okay.
I haven't in a few months, but yeah, I've been to like PlayStation ones. N64 is my favorite. I tried an Xbox one at one point, it didn't work, and then I think I had a 3DS one at one point as well.
Yeah, because I got them all. Well, I want to say I have them all, but I have a lot of them. I got the NES, SNES, Sega Genesis. I got Atari 2600 games. I got Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I got some GameCube. I just got a lot of PlayStation games downloaded. Some Dreamcast. I got a couple emulators for that. Actually, who's running their TV in the background?
Not me.
That'd be me.
He's trying to multitask. He's multitasking TV and podcast.
What is he watching? Or is that the computer?
He's probably watching the adulterated section on Fire Stick.
Russian chicks.
You never know.
Right up your alley.
You never know. I mean, they got some weird shit on on Kodi app. It's funny about the Kodi app. You could download either the one you could like Kodi. I think it's like I forgot what it's called, but you get the light, or you could get the full-on one with the adultery section. And it's like you can find all kind of porno on there.
JT is intrigued.
I usually go in there just to read the titles of the videos. I'm like, okay, big black cock penetrates open hole or some shit, you know?
Yeah, it's just like the Playboy magazines. It's all about the articles, not the pictures.
Yeah. So anyway, who else? Oh, even Bane's in the Discord.
Is that Dark I hear?
Dark, you actually joined in.
Made it.
Yeah, there's shit going on between
Oh my God, my ears.
me and the girlfriend, and I don't even know why the fuck I'm here.
It's alright, man. I mean, you can all like I said, you didn't have to really join in if everything was going bad on your end, but if
Well,
Good to have you here.
Little man's not feeling good.
oh, I know those days.
And she feels bad because she didn't want me to do the podcast. So I told her I wasn't going to. And then she tells me to do it. And
Oh.
And
if it's going to cause us to argue, then I'm not going to do the podcast. And I don't even know what to do.
well, it's like you can always like hang around on the Discord, and if you want to come back in, you can feel free to come back in. We're gonna be open for a while.
Yeah,
Well,
we're here for you.
She literally sent me upstairs to the room to do the podcast, so I don't even fucking know what to.
I was gonna say this sounded like she was jumping on your ass right there, but that's JT's TV, I think.
I had to look myself.
Sir Johnny T, put your girlfriend on mute.
She's in the kitchen.
Were you at the living room? If you tell me you're upstairs, I was gonna say, if you're telling me you're upstairs, there's something wrong.
I'm in the living room.
So, as I was saying, I download a lot of emulators, ROMs, games like that on my PC. I'm glad I got them all downloaded, because as of today, I noticed on Twitter, and one of the websites that I use to download PlayStation games and Dreamcast games, the website's still standing, but right now, if you go on there to download anything game-wise, you're not going to be able to, because they're getting ready to shut that down due to a some kind of legal battle.
Wow, I did not know about this.
Yeah, I tried downloading a couple things to test it out, and it was like this game is unavailable, but there's other titles under this category that you can check out. And of course, I go to check out like maybe 5 or 6 of them. Okay, let me download them. Nope, all gone. So now they're like having this little thing where I guess they're trying to ban everything that's emulation. And emulation's been a big thing on PC for the last, oh god, I want to say almost 20 years.
Yeah. That sucks. I really like that website too.
I think JT, you played some emulators, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you had some on your PC, I believe. You ever try playing any emulators on your PC, Dark, like Nintendo or anything like that?
No, I've never tried.
Yeah, they could be I can't think of the word for it. Depending on either the PC you have or the way the software's set up, because in order to set up the certain software, like let's say the PlayStation emulator I had, which is EPSX, which is the most popular one out there, and the way I'd have to set it up, I would have to download the PlayStation BIOS for it in order for it to run the ROMs, which is a bit different, but it's just a little something extra because, when they were changing, things over from using game cartridges to CDs, and of course that was trying to eliminate the possibility of piracy, because look at nowadays, you could pirate NES games All you got to do is get a blank card, copy the code onto the card, and then put it in your console, and you can play it. Just like with, I have a PS2, a fat PS2, and I took the front plate off the disc cover, and all I got to do is slip like a card that I don't use anymore, like a credit card or something, cut a couple notches in it, slide it under the tray, pull it out while the game is loading up, and then put a copied version of, let's say, Madden 98 in there, and then close the tray up, and it'll play it on screen. Whereas with the Dreamcast, I recently dug out my Dreamcast, and I should.
My all-time favorite system.
Yeah, it's up there in the top 5. And the one thing that failed with that console in a lot of eyes, but it was a really good console though for its time. It was really good, but it came out at a bad time because right around the corner you had the PlayStation 2. Once that came out, everybody was like, what's Dreamcast, But Dreamcast had a pretty good following. It had a pretty good run for what it was. But the main thing with it was not a lot of people were buying the software because the software was easy to copy and easy to play on the console. Like, let's say I take a game like Sonic Adventure and I download it from one of these websites. All I got to do is get a program that will burn the image to a regular CD, a regular CD-R-CD. I could put that CD into the console. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to jailbreak it or anything like that. Put it in the console, turn it on, and it runs like a normal CD. And that's where a lot of people thought it failed right there with sales, because you got that friend up the street who's got like 10 awesome Dreamcast games, and you're stuck with one, and you're like, oh man, can I borrow it? Or, oh man, my mom ain't got enough money for those games. It's like, no problem. You got blank CDs? I'll make copies for you. And that's that's pretty much where it all went downhill.
You can do a lot of things nowadays, especially like PC games and stuff, and then you got jailbreaking out there with the PS3 and the Xbox 360 and all that people do, and all that kind of thing.
Yep. Well, I don't know if you guys know about this. I recently saw a video on YouTube, and I don't have the proper controller to do it, but you can sort of jailbreak the Fire Stick to play emulators on it.
Yeah.
And it's a particular way. You got to, I think you got to plug it in to your PC, upload a certain program, and then you upload the ROMs to it, and then just plug it into your TV. There's a particular adapter that you plug into it that that a wireless controller can read. Like with my Android phone, I got a Moga wireless controller. $33 I paid for it on Amazon. Works wonders. I could sit here and I could play PlayStation games on my phone with it. So you get one of those, and you can, pretty much access the Fire Stick, pull up Super Mario Brothers on that thing, and you're good to go. So they're putting emulators all over the place, even on cell phones and shit.
Oh yeah.
Now, I did find this article. This was back March 28th. I can't believe I had this article in my favorites this long. It was actually titled The Ethics of Emulation, How Creators, the Community, and the Law View Console Emulators. If you follow emulation news, here's the story you probably heard. And, of course, it's with Nintendo. And also, JT does have a Nintendo-related article to talk about tonight. But Nintendo...
Disconnected.
You got disconnected?
Shadow did, yeah.
Oh, Shadow! What are you doing, bro? Shadow, you there?
He posted it. He should be back now.
Okay, I've seen this thing move.
Yeah.
Alright, I see your bubble moving, Shadow, but I don't hear you. Yeah, he's hitting wrong buttons now. he's hitting wrong buttons. Having all kind of technical difficulties tonight. It's like, don't push that button. What button? Oops.
Oops.
Ooh, what does this button do?
That's the airlock button. Don't touch it. Oh, you touched it and you're gone.
Yep.
And you're funny.
Decompression in 3, 2. Oh fuck, he's gone.
That.
So yeah, when it comes down to anything, especially if it's Nintendo related, you all know how Nintendo can be a bunch of assholes when it comes to certain things.
Look at YouTube, for example.
Yep.
They literally do not want their games on YouTube.
Oh, I know. Especially with YouTube's monetization program and the way people are making money off of streaming games now. I mean, I'm surprised people are still streaming them on Twitch. Take over a second, guys. I got somebody at my door. I'll be right back.
Damn it, Bane, quit knocking on his fucking door, you prick. I know it's you. Bane's dildo. Mike, why do you have Bane's dildo in your room? That's the real question here.
Whoa. Let's back up a little bit.
Shadow's completely
Alright.
out of the fucking server now. We got the voice chat now.
Yeah, it looks like he's having some technical issues. Hopefully he can get back into it. That or he'll text us via stream. What happened? I got kicked out. I don't know. Maybe you pushed the wrong button.
Did you press the airlock button?
He pushed B button on PUBG. Backed out of the vehicle while we're running.
You know, I'm surprised Bane isn't a part of this one.
He's having one of those brief days where he's kind of out of it. I asked him if he wanted to be, but I told him, since he's, having one of those off days, then he doesn't really have to be. But I mean, if he hops in, he hops in. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
All right, Shadow, is it working for you? Because we can't hear you, and you're not.
I'm in, but it's
There you are.
slow. Yeah, it's just really slow.
You're really slow. Yeah, you're having one of those internet
Yeah.
days.
But I'm here until it disconnects again.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Press the airlock button.
or like, well, I was gonna kind of compare it to when he ran into a rock on PUBG the other night. Kira behind him. Because when he told me about it, and he was like, "Mike, get that clip," and then he started going like a rock, and I was like, "You know what? I could do that."
Oh my god, I saw that and I died of laughter.
So I'm over here looking at Bob Seger like, okay, for one, I know the song was in the commercial, Chevy commercial back in the 90s. It's like rock or rock, because Chevy was built like a rock. And two, I never really knew the song was done by Bob Seger. Sadly,
You didn't know it was by Seeger?
nah.
Oh my God.
I never put two and two together, and then I was like, oh wow, that is Bob Seger. Okay.
Yeah.
So I downloaded the song, and of course I did my little movie magic and put it in there right as he hit that rock, and it just like boom.
I'm surprised you didn't put that on YouTube.
I still have it. Well, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add that to the compilation that I'm going to do here in the near future, because I do got some clips. Actually, let me view my archives here if it'll let me. It's trying to load up all my fucking hard drives. I got like 5 hard drives connected to this damn computer.
Oh, so downloaded the Movies Anywhere app, okay?
Yes, I got that. Yeah, that's right. I posted it in the chat, for everybody.
And I come to find out
That you can watch Microsoft stuff on there now.
those are not partnered with them yet.
They're not partnered with them yet. That's interesting.
Yeah, like I have the new Power Rangers film on my Xbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not in my list of movies on Movies Anywhere.
You know, it's funny you say that because Bane downloaded it too, and he said a majority of his stuff shown up on there, except for certain things that he couldn't figure out why.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's got. They say movies from Paramount, Lionsgate, MGM, and other non-participating studios are not eligible for Movies Anywhere at this time.
Oh, that bites.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could have swore I had more movies under my Xbox account than what I was showing. And I was like, I can't only just have 5 movies. I know I must have had like 7 or 8.
Right. I saw that and I'm like, what?
So yeah, everybody who's watching, there's an app called Movies Anywhere. They started advertising it. I think the app came out about a year or so ago.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And they partner with some other streaming services. If I can pull it up here real quick.
Voodoo. Hold on.
Managed retailers. Yeah, because you got Google Play, Voodoo, Prime Video, iTunes, Fandango, and Microsoft Movies and TV.
Which another thing, they say Microsoft Movies and TV, but yet none of my TV shit is on there.
Yeah, that's what it was. Bane said it was certain TV shows that was not showing up on.
My Dragon Ball Z collection is not on there at all.
You know what? I did notice that too because I did get the first season of Super for free.
Well, I have Dragon Ball Z season 1 through 4 and the first season of Dragon Ball Super, and none of it's on there.
Huh. Yeah, because I'm looking at mine. I got I do got X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
Logan.
I got Days of Future Past. I have Last Stand, First Class, X-Men, X2 United. I have Fate of the Furious, Justice League.
Yeah.
You know, I got what was in my iTunes library and Xbox library, but I'm like, that my Dragon Ball is not in here, and there's a few other things that I think is missing out of it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's funny that you did say that, what you said, because I am looking at where my movies are at, and there's a disclaimer at the bottom that says, movies from Paramount, Lionsgate, MGM, and other non-participating studios are not eligible for Movies Anywhere at this time. I guess they didn't acquire the licensing or whatever from those major companies in order to allow their movies onto the streaming site, which that sucks.
Like Wolf of Wall Street's not in my listing.
Wow.
Which I love that movie. So it's like if I want to watch that, I have to fucking watch it on my iTunes account.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not in there. Okay, that's weird. So when I synced my fucking Movies Anywhere account to iTunes and Xbox, it put my Xbox movies in my iTunes account. Nice. Okay, Furious 7, both Fast and Furious are there. Okay, yeah. Like, there's some shit in my
It's sort of in different categories.
Stuff is there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because like we're saying, guys, right now it's the app. You can download it for free. It's on Android. I don't know if it's on Apple devices. I don't use an Apple device. It's called Movies Anywhere. Download it for free, and any of those major streaming sites that you purchase and watch movies through, you can sync them all to there. And of course, now it's like Microsoft does have a semi-partnership with them. So if you purchase any movies through your Xbox console, you can watch them anywhere on your tablet or phone devices, which is pretty handy because that's one thing I've been wanting for a long time. It's like you could do that with Sony products, like a couple of the PlayStation apps, but you can't do that with anything Microsoft-wise.
In my opinion, what Xbox should have done is through the Xbox app on the phone, make it where you could watch your movies and TV.
And I was hoping for that too. Shadow just dropped that again. God damn it.
Yeah.
God
Shadow's breaking shit again.
He must have a bad storm or something coming through.
Info reveal. Whoa, what? Hold up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's for one of my mobile games.
Yeah, Shadow, I'm pretty sure you watch movies through Xbox, don't you?
Yeah.
Nah or yeah?
No, I don't.
Okay. I mean,
I have a DVD player. I just buy DVDs off of Amazon.
Oh, there you go. Old fashioned. Ain't nothing wrong with old fashioned. I got two. You could ask.
Oh, dear God.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, guys. Oh, dear God. Okay. Sorry. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes mobile game. New character coming to the game and everything. Sorry. Got distracted.
That's all right. Hey, it makes breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh, my God. Did any of you guys watch Star Wars The Clone Wars?
Oh, I haven't gotten into it yet. I'm going to get it on Blu-ray because I heard that it's coming back.
They have it all on Netflix. They have seasons 1 through 6 on Netflix. You do not need to go out and buy it.
Okay. Actually, is it the Clone Wars coming back or was it Rebels? They said one of them's coming back.
Clone Wars, after 10 years of being over, is coming back.
That's good.
But what they're doing, one of the bounty hunters from the Clone Wars series is coming into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. They already had, Boba Fett, Bossk, Dengar, IG-86, or was he 88? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull up my fucking characters here. Bounty hunters. IG-88, Greedo, Boba Fett, Dengar, Bossk, Zam Wesell, the bounty the one that Jango killed in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
And then another one from the Clone Wars, Cad Bane. Well, they just announced a rework for Bane, Cad Bane, and then a new character, new bounty hunter character, who fucking looks like he's going to be a badass. Hopefully they don't make him a fucking marquee event, because if they do, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I gotta get into playing that because I've yet to download it on my phone too, and I've heard so much about it.
It is a grind to get characters. Let me tell you, it's basically a tabletop style game. You're basically, you build these squads basically, and there's some pretty fucking awesome characters in it. Like,
it's kind of like a RTS type game in a way.
Yeah. Like, they have characters from pretty much the entire Star Wars universe. They have Kylo Ren, Death Troopers. They have Clone Wars characters in it. They have prequel characters, original trilogy characters. They actually just added some Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic characters, like Bastila, Jolie, who all did they add? T3M4.
Okay.
Mission and Zalbar. And then they have like the Rogue One characters in there. They have Star Wars Rebels characters in here.
Yeah, JT, there's something for you to play. Yeah, because
they have
I just got mine down.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 characters, the Sith characters, they got Traya, Nihilus, Scion.
Okay. I'm gonna turn this down. I don't want no copyright case or.
A lot of characters, and I don't even have them all unlocked yet.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Disney and Lucasfilm.
It's really fun. It really takes time to build up your get through the characters and build them up, get the gear for them and everything.
Yeah, Shadow, how big are you into Star Wars?
Watch that video later, though, on the unveiling.
I think Shadow's having some difficulties again.
Yeah, Shadow's being a faggot again.
I know we got to get back on playing Battlefront 2. I ain't been on there in a minute. Because they're supposed to be adding new characters to that.
Yes, they are bringing in Grievous and Dooku and Obi-Wan and Anakin. Those are coming in this fall, I want to say.
Yeah, that's what they did say at E3.
It could potentially be they may do a launch of let me pull up the roadmap real quick for it.
Yeah, JT, when's the last time you played Battlefront 2?
Well, it's on my PS4, and I honestly haven't played it since I moved out.
Oh wow. Yeah, because I know you I can't remember if did you sign up for EA Access yet?
Yeah, that's how I had Titanfall.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can get Star Wars Battlefront 2 there too.
Oh, I thought I could only get the first one.
Shadowfall types in our chat, don't watch it, only play Battlefront. Huh?
He doesn't watch Star Wars, apparently, or some shit.
Yeah, he's having some technical issues on his end.
Alright,
Damn.
I'm pulling up the roadmap right now.
Okay.
August they are putting in game improvements, emotes and victory poses available to unlock with Chester crystals. Good. And clone trooper appearances. Thank you for that. Finally.
Yep.
Hopefully it's the fucking Legion colors because I want to rock the fucking 501st. This fall, Obi-Wan and Grievous comes into the game. A new large-scale mode, more clone trooper appearances, hero appearances, and game improvement sound system.
Wow.
This winter, we get Skywalker and Dooku, and we get Geonosis. Fuck yeah. And more clone trooper appearances and hero appearances.
Oh, wow.
And it's all fucking free, too. That's what I love about them. They're doing it right.
Now, what were you saying, Shadow? You said don't watch it, only play Battlefront.
Yeah. I don't watch Star Wars. I only play the Battlefront games.
How do you... What is wrong with you?
I think you offended Dark. Oh, God.
I'm going to kill you, Shadow. Just
Why
so
are you gonna kill me?
Why am I going... You don't... Oh.
And then hear what's going on, I can know what's going on.
Join the dark side.
Hold on
I
a
don't
minute.
get into all that nerdy stuff. I couldn't.
Hold on a minute while I message Bane real quick in the group chat.
Uh-oh. Well, here's something for you, Shadow. I'm looking on Twitter right now, and I know you're one of the ones that are looking forward to Call of Duty Black Ops 4. This was tweeted out a little bit ago by Xbox support. Black Ops 4 beta will be active for download and play from August 10th, 10 a.m. Pacific time, to August 13th. Anybody who bought the game from the Xbox Store only needs to search and install Black Ops 4 private beta during that time. So I don't know if this is a beta through the pre-order, or if it's actually it's a private beta. Okay, a private beta.
The
would be
private beta is the beta you only get through
pre-ordering.
pre-order.
Okay.
They will do an open beta closer to launch of the game.
Yeah. Actually, I have a receipt in here somewhere. I think I have a pre-order through GameStop, because when I got the One X, and of course to add a little bit more extra, credit to basically getting the console, they were doing all these pre-order specials where it's like, okay, it adds like an extra 10%, I think, towards your purchase. Like if you pre-order Anthem, you'll get $5 more or $10 more towards whatever you're purchasing now. So they tacked on like fucking 10 pre-orders. So I'm like, god damn, I got a pre-order for everything except for the one game that I want, which is Resident Evil 2 when that comes out. I don't have to worry about getting Anthem and Battlefield, because Bane's going to get that digitally, and I'll have a copy of it as well.
I want to get Anthem, Battlefield, and Destiny, the Forsaken thing.
Yeah, I'll get that through Bane too, yeah.
Otherwise, I don't have much interest of anything coming out. My big thing that I'm waiting for, actually, as long as it does not get canceled, is it's a new Star Wars game coming out in 2020.
Thought it was next year.
No. Respawn, they are aiming for a 2020 release.
Okay.
And it's called Jedi Fallen Order.
I thought that was the one that they had set up for next year.
They had announced it for 2019, but recent earnings call suggests that the title might release later.
Okay.
Which would be 2020, because they're saying a fiscal year of 2020. Well, that could be anywhere from October 1st of 2019 to September 30th of 2020.
Yeah.
So it's not concrete that they are aiming for the 2020, but it is a possibility.
Plus, it gives them time to actually work with the game. Like, there was really nothing wrong with Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 was an amazing game.
Well, Battlefront 2 was mostly focused on multiplayer.
Yeah.
The story was great. Mm-hmm. Excellent. I want more story DLC, to be honest. That's,
Yeah,
that's just me. But if the Jedi Fallen Order is going to be a primarily story-based game, then I want them to take the time on it.
Yeah.
Because what they're saying is going to take place after the events of Revenge of the Sith, but before the introduction of Luke Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
And it's an action adventure where the player assumes the role of a surviving Jedi Padawan that has to avoid being hunted by the Sith. Please, let me kill some Sith. Let me kill stormtroopers. Because that'll be fun to me. If I literally just have to fucking stealth my way through this game like I did in Thief, I will be highly disappointed.
There you go. Here's something cool. I was working with my coworker last night, and we're sitting there. We always talk about movies on Tuesday nights when we're busy. But last night it was kind of quiet after a certain time. We're sitting there filing paperwork and talking about horror movies and stuff. And I forgot what I had mentioned. I started talking about sci-fi movies because she's into sci-fi, and she started talking about Star Trek. So I was like, okay, like with me, I never really got into the shows. I like the movies. And she was like, yeah, that's like with me. Like, I only got into the movies. Like, she said she could never find herself getting into Star Wars. She never really... She didn't know what Star Wars was all about. You know, she didn't think it was worth the time. And I was like, well, here's what... I was like, look, my wife, she was never big into Star Wars. Neither was my sister-in-law. JT, you can vouch for that. Chrissy was never into Star Wars.
And well, now she is, yeah.
Yeah. And when The Force Awakens came out, and I was taking my stepson, my wife was like, well, I'm going to go with y'all. And I was like, you don't even like Star Wars. And she said, well, I might like it. I'll go with y'all and just watch it. So she went, and she liked The Force Awakens. I think, you know, a lot of people did like it. And then there were some people who were like, I guess some people felt it was like a sour taste in their mouth for some, but it was still a pretty good.
Okay, let me intervene here. There's a reason why people felt like it was a sour taste in their mouth. And me being a diehard fan, I get where people are coming from on this. If you pay attention closely to The Force Awakens, it is just the updated version of A New Hope, basically.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Literally. Same plot line. Oh, we, gotta get the droid to, blah, blah, blah. And, well, now we gotta go blow up this planet killer.
Yep. And that's pretty much it. It's a repeat. I mean, you don't see the repeat in the prequel trilogy. You see the repeat in the sequels.
Good job, J.J. Abrams. Good job. You did great, buddy. Yeah, you nailed it. That's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, really. basically the same thing that we had 40 years ago.
40 years ago.
Yeah, 40 years ago.
Actually, 41 years ago now.
God damn, them fucking... well, no matter what, those movies will be older than us. And I'm like, God damn, 40 years. Here I am, 32. I'm like, God damn, where the fuck did the time go? I remember watching that shit when I was like 10, 11 years old when they aired it on USA.
But I'm like, literally, you did a reskin of A New Hope.
Yep.
Granted, I thought it was good. Great. Yeah, okay. Reskin of A New Hope, good. But you know what? It's a good way to start this story trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And then follow that up with Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi.
Yep. Now,
I enjoyed The Last Jedi. I liked the humor in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I took my wife, my daughter, and even Bane went with us too. Like, Bane, when he goes to the movies, he likes to sit like dead center in the movie theater where he's eye level with the movie and all. And I'm like, I agree with that, but there's like where he was sitting at, there was no extra seats where he was at, so he was like, I'm gonna go sit up here. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. We'll find a place to sit. So he sat at the top. We sat at the bottom, right there by the screen, and just looking up. I mean, it was uncomfortable to the eye, but we still enjoyed the movie. Now, before I get into this, I'm not going to roast you or anything, Shadow, on why you ain't seen Star Wars or whatever. But I do want to say this next part. Now, my coworker, I told her, once you see one of the movies, like my wife did, she saw The Force Awakens. She liked it. She wanted to know what happened up until there. And I was like, well, you got to watch all 6 movies. And she watched them all, and she liked them all. And that's what I told this girl. I was like, you get into it. If you like it, you like it. If not, then it's whatever. And then, of course, you got, like, Rogue One, and then you got Solo, which are basically side stories. Now, I thought Rogue One was a pretty decent movie. Not a lot of people cared for it for whatever reason, but it was a pretty good side story which led up to A New Hope. And I mean, I know you had to have liked it, Dart.
Oh, dude, great tie-in for A New Hope.
Yep.
The way they did it was phenomenal. That is actually what I wanted. That when I heard Rogue One was about how they stole the Death Star plans, That
Yep.
is actually what I was hoping for, and they delivered it beautifully.
Oh yeah. And then Bane said Solo wasn't even really worth going to see, and of course,
I've yet to see Solo.
same here.
Need to buy it on digital or something.
JT, did you go see that yet?
No, I'm waiting till it comes on the Cody app or something.
Oh, it should be on the Kodi app already. I think it should be close to releasing on digital.
Oh, let me check. Let me fire up the Xbox and I can tell you if it's on digital or not.
That or I can beat you to it.
Yeah, that too.
Let's see, let's see, release date DVD. Let's see, news about the release date DVD. Come on, give me something here. That's Rebels. I don't want Rebels. It comes out on Blu-ray, 4K, and DVD September 25th.
So then it's already out on digital.
Or it should be. Or, well, usually with digital, they're like, what, 2 weeks before DVD?
Here lately, they've been doing about a month.
Okay, so yeah, it should be coming close to digital.
Because Affinity War's already out on digital.
That's right, yeah.
And I don't think Infinity War is anywhere close to being out on Blu-ray DVD.
Now, when it comes to, and like I told my coworker, when it comes to both trilogies that we already have, the original and the prequel, and I was telling her, and it's all in how you want to raise your kids, or have your girl or your wife watch these movies in a particular order. It's like, do you want to watch them from 1 to 6, or do you want to watch them the way you grew up watching them? Because the way we grew up watching them, we started out with 4, 5, and 6, and then of course we get the prequel trilogy, which leads into 4. So it's like, for my wife, we did that. We did just that. We watched them 4, 5, and 6, and then the prequel trilogy. Because I told her basically the prequel trilogy is, the story of Anakin Skywalker from child to Darth Vader. That's all that is. And then you got 4, 5, and 6, which is basically the other war side story. But you learn basically the prequel trilogy is more of a backstory to just Anakin Skywalker, and then of course the original trilogy is like a story to Luke Skywalker. Sorry, I had to mute you there for a second, JT, because whatever's going on in the background.
They don't. It's available for pre-order, so it should come out within the next 2 weeks. I want to say.
Yeah. So.
And honestly, in my opinion, if you want to sit there and watch Star Wars in the order that we watched it, you can literally honestly watch how's it go? Hold on. There's an order. Let me pull it up. Star Wars movie.
But basically, it would be 1 through 3, then Rogue One. Well, actually, Solo. I would say Solo comes in. I want to say Solo would come in around like somewhere in the prequel trilogy, maybe.
Watch it in the machete order.
Okay, what was the machete order?
Okay. This predates episode 7 in Rogue One. So
Okay.
basically you watch 4 and 5, then watch 2 and 3, and then watch 6.
Okay.
Because 4 and 5 sets up the story of Anakin, basically shows, okay, this is who Vader is. 2 and 3 sets up the fall of him, and then you watch 6, which shows his redemption.
Yeah.
People are saying leave out episode 1 because it really didn't play a huge role.
Yeah,
anything.
people didn't care a whole lot for episode 1. Like, there was a lot of things wrong with episode 1, a lot of people say. I enjoyed it for the entertainment value, the cinematics, the visuals, the soundtrack, just a lot of the noticeable stuff that I enjoyed it for. But I know
I did not like Hayden Christensen's acting though.
Yeah, I think everybody's with you on that. Because
now, the New Order. Hold on, let me see it. Let me find it.
Yeah, because with Hayden Christensen, it was like, I think they said that was like his downfall or his downhill fall with his acting was episode 2 and 3. I mean, he could have done a little bit better.
Did you know that at one point Leonardo DiCaprio was supposed to play Anakin?
Oh God, I don't even want to fucking even picture that.
Honestly, that might have been interesting.
Yeah, because it's like Leo DiCaprio is like, well, I want to say around that time he was like he's in everything, you know.
I could imagine him as an Anakin.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know if I want to. I can't. There's not a whole lot of people I could even really take notice to who would fill that spot perfect. I do know that there's supposedly Shadow. How come you left the chat? You're over here in your Shadow's in the damn Twitch chat. I'm like, where the fuck you at?
His connection wouldn't allow him to continue.
Damn.
He will join on PUBG.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, the New Order makes sense to add basically still do the Machete Order.
Okay.
But after you watch 3, throw in Rogue One, then watch 6 and 7 and 8. So actually they're saying do it this way. Do Rogue One, A New Hope, Empire. Yeah, actually that would make more sense. Do Rogue One, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Which, for a newcomer to the series, it would make sense to. They can watch it pretty much however, but from diehard fans such as myself, watch it in the Machete order. Watch Rogue One, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. You can watch one if you want. You don't have to. You don't miss much. It really doesn't build the Anakin story because there's such a timeline gap jump between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I mean, between 2 and 3, there's a jump too. But if you really like the movies after that and you really want to learn what happened between 2 and 3, that's where the Clone Wars TV series comes into play.
Yeah. Yeah, because you figure...
Same with between 3 and 4. If Rogue One's not enough for you and you want to know more about what happens between 3 and 4, watch Rebels.
Yeah.
They both are done so well and tie perfectly to the storylines that you sit there and go, holy shit, this was good.
See, I can look back on the Phantom Menace now. I could say like the different things you can really point out that kind of had no sense or made no sense with like you're saying with the Machete order and how to watch the movies. Like when you look at episode 1, okay, yeah, it's the introduction. You meet Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's an apprentice. Then they land on the planet. They meet up with young Anakin Skywalker, and they take notice that he could be the one to bring balance to the Force. Yada yada yada.
Right.
But there's some other like little stuff in there that I guess people would point out that maybe wasn't the strong points for the film. Like, okay, Jar Jar Binks,
Jar Jar. Oh, don't even. Oh.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
God,
It's like,
no.
okay, where does a Qui-Gon Jinn story fit in?
Hold on now. Time out. If you watch the Clone Wars, there is an episode in one of the seasons. I think it's like the final season where they bring Qui-Gon back. Qui-Gon actually ties in perfectly, even though he was killed off in episode 1.
Okay.
Qui-Gon fit perfectly because Qui-Gon was more of a gray Jedi.
Yeah.
He didn't fully walk the path of the Jedi Order. He did things in his own way. He didn't listen to what the Council would say.
And that's pretty much where the whole thing fell, where he took notice to Anakin and he wanted to take him under his wing.
Exactly.
And the Council wasn't all about it. Okay. That makes more sense.
His story was perfectly told for just that length of time we had him. Again, he's another character. If you want to learn more about him, that is what the Legends universe is for.
Yeah.
Go back and read the books. I don't care if it's non-canon and, Disney's like, oh, that stuff is non-canon. It doesn't matter. No, fuckers. You learn shit from that shit.
Yep.
I don't give a shit what anyone says. The Legends universe of Star Wars, by far, great books, great stories, and if Disney was smart, they would take some of those stories and make them into movies or TV shows and see how much fucking more money they rake in. Because I guarantee you, that's what the Star Wars universe wants.
Well, there's probably
the fan base wants.
there probably would be problems with like getting the rights to the storybooks and of course, the writers of the stories, who knows, they could always have a problem with Disney and like, well, I see how you're working the movies. I don't want you to take my story and put it into a film and rape it all to hell. Like,
right, and I get that, but literally, there's so much shit from the Legends universe that can be made canon and be done so well if Disney just fucking does their shit correctly with it like they are doing with Marvel.
Yep.
Do the shit right, Disney. Do it like you are with Marvel. And I guarantee you will have a fucking fan base very fucking pleased and you will see money.
Yeah,
because right now, from what I've heard about Solo, the mixed reviews and shit, you're killing a franchise and you're fucking up by doing so because that is a fucking franchise that can go on for years still. Do it right, Disney.
Well, how do you feel about this? Okay.
Give us a Darth Bane trilogy movie. Give us Republic. Give us the Republic Commandos. Make a movie about them.
Give
us a fucking movie about X-Wing squadrons. Give us shit like that.
Them and Darth Maul.
Don't always make it about just the Sith and the Jedi.
Yeah.
Don't come up with new trilogies like Rian Johnson's doing for what he has in store because supposedly it's not going to have anything to do with the Jedi and Sith.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got them, I want to learn a little bit more about Darth Maul, because like there was supposed to be a video game based on Darth Maul.
To be the Maul game. Supposedly he might get a movie of his own because don't forget, well, you didn't see Solo, Mike, did you?
No.
Spoiler alert, it's nothing major. Maul makes an appearance at the end of Solo.
Okay.
Yippee. But here's the thing. Maul never died. Maul did not truly die until Rebels.
Yeah.
He was there through he was there from season 4 through the rest of the Clone Wars, and he was there through He was there in Star Wars Rebels as well.
Yeah, because I think it was you or Bane. We were talking about that when Obi-Wan split him in half, and it was like I think you or Bane did the explanation that he had the power to bring himself back together or something.
No. In the Clone Wars, they show actually what happened.
Okay.
They but no, what they did
Ooh.
they gave Maul a proper send-off, a proper fight against, well, it was a short fight, but it was a proper fight against Obi-Wan in Rebels. If you watched Rebels, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But the Solo film still takes place before Rebels. So that's why Maul was in Rebels. He had that appearance.
All right.
So it's literally, he's supposed to be getting a film of his own, but Disney right now has postponed all, origin story films and all that shit. They are focused on doing episode 9 because of the performance of Solo. Well, Disney, maybe if you took your time and wasn't rushing the Star Wars shit like you are with the Marvel shit and did it properly, you might have more success. I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong with Marvel, because they're not.
Well, how do you guys feel about how with episode 9 we're going to see Mark Hamill again for one last appearance? There's going to be a cameo or whatever. There's going to be some kind of scene with Carrie Fisher. I guess.
No. Here's what they're doing with Carrie Fisher. J.J. Abrams is going to use unreleased footage from Force Awakens and use it in last episode 9 to have Carrie fucking Fisher in it. That is a fucking disgrace.
It is.
She is gone. You do not do that. You are fucking up, J.J. Abrams.
Yep.
I am so disappointed out.
Yeah, because Carrie Fisher was a very potent piece to the Star Wars movies, just like with Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford and Billy D. Williams. Yeah, he's going to be returning in episode 9.
I'm okay with that because I've been waiting for his return.
Yep. And supposedly there's a possibility that Ian McGregor could show an appearance as Obi-Wan Kenobi in there, from what I read.
If they do
or maybe as Ben.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, what they're doing, if they do that, they are doing to Force Ghost him.
Yeah, because that's how they did Yoda in the last one. Yeah.
And that's probably what they'll do with Mark as well.
And that's what I loved about The Last Jedi was it had that old school feel. It had the old school Yoda in there, his the old puppet, and you had the original guy, of course, the original voice actor for it. What the hell was his name? Frank Oz. Yeah, there was just so much nostalgia for me in The Last Jedi that made me love it more than what.
Right. Breaking news an hour ago. Superman actress Margaret Kidder's death ruled a suicide.
Oh wow.
Yup.
Was she the one that was in the movies, or?
Yeah, the original Lois Lane from the movies.
Oh wow.
They found her in her Montana home on May 13th, dead. At the time, her manager said that she died peacefully in her sleep. A statement released earlier today says she died as a result of self-inflicted drug and alcohol overdose.
Oh wow.
Damn.
There's too much of that shit going on with the suicides and. Like I think there was somebody who recently killed themselves within the last 3 months. I think it was. I forgot who it was.
Oh fuck! I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. Let's see. I know. We did talk a good bit about Star Wars. That was a really good topic to talk about. I mean, there is so much more we can talk about with Star Wars. We'll save that for another episode. We'll make it a Star Wars special episode.
There we go.
With Dark.
Get Bane in here on that too.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna talk to him about that. Maybe we can make it like maybe the next podcast. You know, it could be us, Bane, and JT, and nothing but Star Wars.
Yeah. Speaking of topics, should we bring up the topic of what happened last week
Oh, what was last week?
with the fucking douchebag troll?
Oh, that dumb motherfucker. Oh yeah. Wolf, since you're in here, and of course Shadow, you're in here. Here's what happened. We were streaming Chicken Squad 19. It was Bane, Wolf, myself, and my stepson. And of course, you know, there wasn't a whole lot going on, you know, in the stream itself. It only lasted maybe an hour. So one of our buddies, Master Chang, he was trying to retweet something that I had tweeted out about the stream. So, and I was like, well, in order for you to retweet it, I have to open up my tweets, because when you have your Twitter profile protected, you know, anybody who's not following you, of course, they're not going to be able to read anything that you say or tweet out. So I opened it up and I was like, okay, you can go ahead and tweet it out. Well, toward the end of the stream, I noticed that this douchebag had followed us on Twitch, because it did pop up in the stream. And here's something about this douchebag. Okay, he's a troll. I've known this idiot for 2.5 years. He goes around and harasses numerous people on the internet, not just myself. You know, I ignore him for the most part, because he's like a chihuahua. He's an ankle biter. The motherfucker, you know, he comes in, he wants attention. You know, we gave him a little bit of attention, all right, but we'll get into that in a second. But anyway, this kid, okay, he messages us on our main Facebook page, you know, saying all the shit like, shut up, you fucking douchebag. And then everybody's like, who's this Steve guy? I'm not going to give him I'm not really going to give him a shout. I'm just calling him Steve. But everybody's like, who's this Steve guy? And of course, I went ahead and explained to everybody about who this guy is, his past, and what it has to do with me. So everybody on there is chatting away. You got JT, you got Kira, and you got the main man himself. I'm going to let him go at it here too.
Hold on. This is what happened. First, he made a comment on our group page saying that, you know, Mike was a pussy. And I just happened to notice it. And so I lit into him. And then Mike let some info privately slip to me. So I started using it on this guy. I don't give a shit. If I get personal info on you that I know will make you fucking cry and just ruin your whole day, and you're going to attack my friends, I will fucking use it.
Yep.
I don't give a shit that your mother passed away. Boo fucking who? She fucking died because you are a disappointment to her and your family, dude. Fuck you. You can go crawl in whatever fucking shithole you came from, you fucking failed politician, and stay there. Because you come back again, I'll ruin your fucking day again.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, sick burn. Yeah, like Shadow said, get him, Dark.
Yeah, I see that in the Twitch chat. I have the Twitch chat up.
So yeah, this guy, okay, here's a little backstory for you guys. He's 23 years old. He is a failed politician, yes he is. He tried running for some small council in his small town up in Massachusetts. And there was a whole bunch of other people running as well. He's the kind of person who claims he has all this knowledge of, you know, politics and shit, but he don't know a whole lot. And I don't know who ran against him in that process, but apparently he only got one vote. He only got one vote out of that. And he was going around, of course, you go around, you ask people, oh, who you voting for, da-da-da. He takes it to the extreme. He has some kind of mental illness. I don't know if he's mentally retarded, if he has autism, whatever it is. He's fucked in the head. So this guy, he goes up to this one random girl, this one random woman, asks her who she's voting for, when they go to have the election up there. And she tells him, well, I don't think that's any of your business. That's my secret vote. That's for me to know you to, I'm not going to call out and tell you who I'm voting for. That's my own personal thing. So this guy, instead of leaving her alone, he stalks this poor woman. He follows her to her home, follows her to her job, constantly just stalking her. And she posted many times. She went to the police department and everything about this guy. It's like, this guy, he's stalking me. He's following me all over. He won't leave me alone. He makes multiple accounts on Facebook to message her and harass her over the whole thing. That's the one thing he's known for. It went to the point where she filed a lawsuit against this kid. And they went to court over it. And of course, his thing was he had an outburst in court. Something was said. He spoke his piece. He made an outburst in court, and the judge held him in contempt. So of course he was held in contempt, and of course Daddy had to come pay the fee to get him out or whatever. Yeah, he is a fucking loser wolf. So he had a protection order against him for about 2 years. He could not go near this girl. He could not call her, text her online, whatever. I mean, of course, he still did that, but anytime he did that, she would call the police, and, they would go do their thing. But that's what this guy does. Anything at all. He thinks, he has a strong belief that anything he says and does, it should matter. Like, take this for instance. He's been stalking this guy who used to be his friend online until he became he was stalk real bad and shit. So his friend turned against him. He's like, I ain't talking to you anymore, blah, blah, blah. So I follow the guy on Facebook. Not the Steve guy, but the other guy. He recently had something happen in his household to where they had to, where they were evicted or whatever, personal problem. I mean, of course, he put it out there on Twitter. But then this guy, Steve, he makes a video about it, making him, pretty much trying to embarrass the guy because of the problems that he's having at home. And it's like, this is your life. You're 23 years old. You still living at home with Daddy. You don't work a full-time job, not even a part-time job. You work a job that's like 5 or 6 hours a week bagging groceries. And then, of course, I know Daddy's got to be putting out for video games and shit for him to play and on.
Oh, he is.
But this dude, he spends a majority of his life online stalking accounts, stalking people, every little thing. And then he'll retweet it, or he'll make videos of it. He'll be like, oh, this motherfucker. Just like we were doing a stream the other day. We were doing Earthfall. It was me, Kira, and Shadow. And he posted out, I guess he caught wind of when we go live. Of course, he's following us on Twitch, and he was like, oh, this motherfucker, he wants to be a big name paid Twitch streamer, laugh out loud. I'm like, oh yeah, jealous much? You jealous that I actually have good content, that I'm actually entertaining people? Other than, when he streams, he's just streaming gameplay. There's no commentary. It's very shitty quality. Even his videos, it's like you don't even see him. When he talks, he makes no sense with anything he says. And of course,
the truth.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched any of his videos, but
I tried, and I felt like I fucking got autism from it. To be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like I got fucking autism.
I mean, this guy, anybody who comes across him, well, first of all, it's nobody really comes across him. He comes across them. He feels the need to attack them, and then when they retaliate, back themselves up, then he's like, he makes a video about autism. He got severe autism. It's like everybody else is autistic but this kid. I'm like, dude, you're retarded. I hate to say it, you're fucking retarded. You must be autistic yourself. You're calling everybody else autistic, but look at you. You're on the internet stalking people. You're getting involved in other people's personal lives. There's a family out in Ohio. This guy harasses them on a daily basis. He calls their house. He harasses the guy's teenage daughters. He calls their teenage daughters, which is illegal because they're underage, they're minors. So he could get charged with pedophilia.
Exactly.
And he's contacting the guy's wife's job. He's contacting the kids' schools. He's doxing their information. They're calling CPS. This dude has no fucking life. I mean, it's a wonder how and why yet the police have done anything yet to this guy for what he's doing. And I've had problems with trolls in the past like this. And of course, the cops tell me, well, there's really nothing much we can do. It's out of our jurisdiction, da-da-da. I'm like, well, this is bullshit, even though they tell you on these platforms, if anything at all happens, contact your local police department. And then when your police department can't do shit, it's like, well, you got to fend for yourselves. So, of course...
That's where I come into play.
Yep. and when I tell you that you made that fucker cry that night, and he made a video talking about autism and how his mommy and daddy raised him and shit, I'm like, your mommy and daddy didn't raise you right. I don't know what the hell they did. I don't know if they fed you fucking dog food growing up.
Oh, you know that motherfucker ate dog food at least, daily, because there's no way he's that fucking stupid.
I know.
No, he had to eat lead. He had to eat lead paint. That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah,
he ate lead paint.
Peeling lead chips, paint chips off his fucking wall and shit.
Okay, let's put it this way. You remember Billy Madison?
Yep.
Everyone knows that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect quote for how I felt trying to watch one of his videos. What you have just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yep, and that's exactly what it is. And of course, I know he's probably watching and he's probably sitting there on his end laughing. He's like, oh, they are talking about me. Then he'll make a video and I'll be like, yeah, well, anytime you mention my name in your videos or show anything of our videos in yours, it's like, instant strike.
But literally, the way he talks is today, Junior.
Yep. And it's funny because there's this channel out there called Haggy Rants. And that dude, every week, he'll go on a rant about a lot of stuff. And there was a lot of podcasts and shows that he did with his co-host where they talked about this guy. Like they even there was even one video where Steve, his dad was in a couple of those videos, and his dad, I heard his voice. His dad he sounds like he could have problems himself. So I'm like, I think daddy's side of the family has some serious issues, and like you said, looking at his picture, he looks like his dad got drunk one night and fucked an elephant.
Oh my God. I could see that. I could honestly see that. That's the sad part.
But yeah, that going back to that night, it was like after, and I know JT tried to talk him down a couple of times. I forgot what JT had said, but And I was like, JT, there's really no talking this guy down. This is something that he does. This is his life. He stalks and harasses people. And when somebody comes back at him, he cries about it. And that's what he did.
Oh my god. The way, oh my god. He could not even fathom a comeback to the shit I was saying.
I know. And all it was like insults toward me. And I'm like,
he was targeting you, and I'm sitting here deliberately targeting this dude and his family, and he's just he can't say shit back to it. And I'm like, dude, are you that autistic? Am I hurting your feelings that badly that you can't say shit to me?
And then, of course, the whole time he's thinking, hey, I'm talking to him. I'm like, that ain't me, but I love how you took that picture and put it in there. I'm like, oh, you messing with the wrong motherfucker, man.
Shadow, here's the problem. Yes, he needs a life, but he doesn't know how to get one. He's too busy in his parents' basement going to get one.
He's sitting there eating paint chips and jerking off to other people talking about him.
He's sitting there jerking off to gay porn is what he's jerking off to. I'm sorry. Nothing against the LGBTQ community whatsoever. But that fucker looks gay as shit.
I believe it, because he doesn't look... No, everybody believes he don't have no goddamn girlfriend whatsoever, you know? I mean, he gets off on shit like that.
No,
I bet you he sits in his parents' basement every night and slides a dildo up his ass.
Ugh.
Yep.
You okay, JT?
Yeah.
Did I give you an image you didn't need?
Sort of, yeah.
So yeah, it's like he did blow his chances of being a politician after all of that. And I know Shadow said, wow, only one? His dad, I bet. I don't even think his dad voted for him in that election. We don't know who it was.
Oh, did you see what Wolf said that we completely missed?
He probably ate dog shit and then said it was a delicate chocolate.
Oh my god.
He probably does.
Oh, I could see that, Wolf. I really could.
And then his voice is like, hey guys, it's your boy Steve here. Yeah, I want to talk about autism for a second. Yeah, autism, it runs in certain... I'm like, dude, stop with the fucking autism shit. It's getting old.
It is.
It's like, I understand that this guy, he has some serious mental issue, and he puts it off on other people when it's his issue. Like, I would imagine his daddy pulled him off the internet and saying, look, you need help. Rather than sitting on that computer, we need to get you somewhere doing something. But all he does is work 6 hours a week. And he thinks that's good enough. It's like, okay, minimum wage, I don't even know what the fuck minimum wage is in Massachusetts. Let me see. What is the min?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, $9 an hour. Well, that's as of 2015. Minimum wage right now, currently in Massachusetts, is $11 an hour. So $11 an hour. So you figure he's bringing home $55 a week before taxes. And of course, I'm pretty sure taxes is probably taking out a couple dollars here or there. It's not going to take out the whole thing, leaving him with at least around $30 a week. And then 30 times 4, that's, let's see, that's 120. I want to say it's $120 a month. And I'm like, what are you doing with your life, man? You could go out there and get a full-time job working at a McDonald's. I mean, even if at McDonald's, it's a job. A full-time job to support you.
It's too much work for him.
Yep, because he's going to be missing out on stalking people online, talking about them, talking about their families, telling people to go kill themselves and shit. This is what he does. He tells people to go kill themselves on the internet. He tells them, oh, you're a failure, da-da-da. It's like, well, I only see one failure. And it's the one guy who stalks everybody else. It's like, let's say JT was to do a stream every night of the week, and he became noticed by this loser, and he was like, oh, go kill yourself, blah, blah, blah. And you'd be like, who the fuck is this loser? And why is he coming after me? It's like, how would he know who I am? And why would he be here? Why would he be stalking some, nobody streaming on Twitch? Like, just like, right now, we feel like we're a bunch of nobodies. It is what it is. We entertain people who come in, we do our own thing. We have fun. We're not up there to standards like with Shroud or Dr. Disrespect or anything like that. But it's like, you come in a small group of people and you think you're a big shot. It's like, look at people going after like Donald Trump. Look at all the hate Donald Trump's getting. You could be one of those people that do something like that, but you're over here attacking a group of people you know nothing about. You listen to us when we go live, whether it's a gameplay stream or a podcast, and you're like, oh, you a bunch of motherfuckers. But then as soon as my boy Dark gets on your ass, autism runs in bed. Oh my god, knock it off.
The funny part is, I've been waiting. I've been watching his YouTube channel. I just pull it up to see if he posts any video about us, and he won't.
I know. I've been looking at it too, and watch. He'll do something like, "Oh, they're stalking my YouTube channel." I'm like, first of all, okay, I gotta say this because Haggy Rants has never said this, and nobody else has ever said it. This dude does not know the true definition of stalking. He doesn't know what the fuck stalking is.
YouTube is a public platform, jackass.
Yep. So anybody randomly comes across your videos and watches them, if you consider that stalking, take the shit down. Don't post anything up on the platform that you don't want people watching.
Exactly.
Or privatize it, Now, I could see, like, if you're on Facebook and you got your shit all privatized on there and somebody's trying to add you as a friend so they can see what you're typing, see what you're writing, see who that's considered stalking. Even though Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, they're all public forums. They're public platforms. Anybody can go on there, look all this stuff up, and view it, and even comment on it as well. So if I were to go over to one of his videos and comment, "You're a loser," the first thing he would write back is, "Oh, you're stalking me. You're a stalker." I'm like, how am I stalking you? For one, I may not even know who the fuck you were. And two, if I didn't agree with what you said, or if I didn't like your video, I do have a right to post something on there if I feel like I want to get my opinion out there and say, "Oh, you're a fucking moron," and I'm going to post it. And this guy immediately is going to come back and is like, "Oh, you're stalking me. You're stalking me." I'm like, you don't know what the definition of stalking is. Just like you don't know what the definition of autism is.
Oh my god. He doesn't.
And to call everybody autistic, I'm like, you don't know them personally. You don't know their backgrounds. You don't know their mental illnesses. You don't know anything about them. The most normal person in the world could be, tra-la-lying on Twitter, and this guy is, "Oh, he's got severe autism." How do you know? Does he show the signs of it? Do you know him personally? No, he doesn't. He thinks that's the perfect insult to call anybody as autistic, when it's actually an insult and it can be considered prejudice.
Right.
So even though he may not think it, but that's actually kind of I don't want to say racist, because racist, well, I guess racist it doesn't have a boundary. It's either race, creed, color, disability, anything of that nature, prejudice. you're being prejudiced towards handicapped, mentally handicapped, physically handicapped. You know, you're using the word autism as an insult, but you're using it in a prejudiced way toward people.
Right.
Now, I can see he's autistic in a way. He could be autistic. I don't know. I don't know his diagnosis. All I know is the guy's fucked up in the head. He fucking stalks people on social media, gets kicks off of it. Do I fucking stalk people like him? No. I have better things to do in my life, okay? Yeah, we run a channel right here. We stream anywhere from 3 to 4, maybe 5 days a week. We play games. We hang out. We're a big group of friends. We also got friends outside of our little social community right here. We also have full-time jobs. Some of us have kids to raise. We have lives. What does this guy have? He'll sit on video games anywhere between... I don't know if he does them all afternoon, but he'll be on video games at night. In between that and, you know, monitoring other people's social medias and doing his thing. And he'll post that stuff on his YouTube. He's like, oh, Steve plays GTA. Hey, way to go, man. You play GTA. But am I going to sit there and watch a straight video of you moving a character around maybe 20 feet and then stopping and sitting there for like 5-10 minutes while you're hopping over to watch somebody's YouTube channel or watch their tweets or whatever? No,
Right.
That's garbage content.
It is.
Like, why am I going to go over and watch something? Like, the dude, I've seen a couple of his things. Like, he'll literally just fucking... If he's playing, like, Fallout, he plays Fallout 4 a lot. If the character's just sitting there for, like, 5 minutes and I know this guy's doing something, I'm like, move your character. I'm not here to watch a fucking wall. And then I noticed, like, the week that he attacked us on Facebook, you know, he did share one of our podcasts. It's like, hey, thanks for the shout out, buddy. Our haters are our number one fans. And he was like, what was it? Quality content. Yeah, it is good quality content. It's a lot better than what you put out there.
No fucking shit.
I'm like, there's this one guy on the internet. I'm not going to give his name out, but I mean, I'm pretty sure Bane knows who he is. JT knows who he is.
Yeah, hey, JT wants to get to his topic, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'll take one more quick minute, bro, and then we'll get you in there. But yeah, this one other guy, he did these dumbass streams on YouTube a while back. One of them, he's sitting there talking into the phone. You don't know where he's going. You don't know what his next method is. You hear the bathroom door closed. He's still talking. He sits down. You hear him taking a shit. Taking a shit on a live stream.
Oh my
You literally hear that shit go drop in the toilet. You don't hear him rattling the toilet paper roll or anything. He drops it, he flushes, and out the door he is. I'm like, dude, not only did you take a shit on stream, you didn't wipe your ass or wash your hands.
That's fucked up.
My man, goddamn. But anyway, one last thing. Our haters, we know you're here. We know you're watching. Thanks for the views. Thanks for the love, you know? And hey, to Mr. Steve out there, if you need any more love, come our way. I'm pretty sure my boy Dark can show you some more love.
Oh, I will. Hey, Steve, how's your mom doing? Oh, wait. Oh,
Ooh, burn.
damn.
And of course, on to the last topic of the night, guys. Johnny T has a good one for you, and we can all talk about this too. Some news on the new Super Smash Bros. Game coming out for the Switch here soon. Sorry we didn't give you a whole lot of airtime, JT, but take it away, man.
Anyways, today was the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, where they announced some new info and stuff about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay.
And it all started with a big character reveal. Now, I'm pretty sure all you guys are familiar with the Castlevania series.
Oh hell yeah!
Of course.
Well, Smash Bros. Just announced that Simon Belmont is going to be a playable character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Nice.
Oh wow. Yeah, because isn't the whole roster like 63 characters big right now?
Some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like every character who's ever been in Smash Brothers.
Yep, says the first, and I still have the first one too on 64.
You are talking Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Edition?
Yes, for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I know Joe's going to get that. I actually, when I went to get the One X, we got a pre-order for Super Smash Brothers. I think it was the Ultimate or the regular. I know Joe's going to pay that off.
All right. The list is... These are the new characters. They have Inkling, Ridley, Simon, and King K. Rool. And then they have reskins of other characters who offer subtle differences in their movesets. Those will be Lucina, Dark Pit, Daisy, Dark Samus, Chrome, and Richter. And then you have... This is the character list. It is 67 long. And that's with the 4 DLC, the 4 new fighters.
Ooh.
So you have Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Dark Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, Pikachu, Luigi, Ness, Captain Falcon, Jigglypuff, Peach, Daisy, Bowser, Ice Climbers, Sheik, Zelda, Dr. Mario, Pikachu, Falco, Marth, Lucina, Young Link, Ganondorf, Mewtwo. Holy shit, Mewtwo. Yeah.
Oh. Wait a minute, he was in one of the other games, wasn't he, JT?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was in Melee. He was cut out of Brawl, but they brought him back in Smash 4 as a DLC character.
That's right.
Yeah. Roy, Chrome, Mr. Game & Watch.
Oh, I hate that fucking character.
Meta Knight, Pit, Dark Pit, Zero Suit Samus. Ooh, she looks so hot in that. Wario, Snake, Ike. 33 to 35 is Pokemon Trainer. You change Pokemon during battle with no penalty. Female trainer option included, by the way.
Wow.
Diddy Kong, Lucas, Sonic, King DDD, Omar, Lucario, Rob, Toon Link, Wolf, Villager, Mega Man, Wii Fit Trainer, Rosalina, Little Mac, Greninja, 51 through 53 are Mii Fighters. 54 is Palutena, Pac-Man, Robin, Shulk, Bowser Jr., Duck Hunt.
Oh, wow, he's in there.
Ryu, Cloud, Corrin, Bayonetta, and then Inkling, Ridley, Simon, Richter, and King K. Rool.
Okay.
That is the full list of characters.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is going to be the biggest Smash Brothers game of all, which I can't wait for it. I mean, I'll end up playing it eventually. My brother, he has a Switch, and I got to say, it's a unique piece of hardware. It's just, for me, with my hands being so big, it's like it's kind of hard for me to. It's like It's all good. It's kind of hard for me to grip the Joy-Cons in my hands because they're so small. I gotta have the joypad that they got, that special controller that you can hook to it.
Right.
And I tried Doom on there. My brother's got Doom on there, and it plays real well on the Nintendo Switch. I'm surprised because when they announced it along with Wolfenstein, I was like, okay, these are two games that are high end that play well on the Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. How's it going to fare on the Nintendo Switch with its hardware? And I'm surprised it works very well.
That's what I'm wondering about Warframe. I wonder how it's going to play.
Yeah, I got to get back into playing it. I finally got my Warframe account running. I got on PC. I finally got it installed on PC. It had a fucking brain fart on its end with Steam, but I had to uninstall it and reinstall it to get the updates running again. But I got to get back on there and get the DLC and everything running. So JT, I see you're muted there. Anything else you want to add, man? Or
gotta hop out. Chrissy needs them for something.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we're getting ready to end this here in a little bit, guys. We've been going on for an hour, 41 minutes. Pretty good stream. Sorry we didn't get a whole lot of airtime with you, JT. You know, talking about Star Wars and the quote, and of course our grand fan hater.
Yeah, no shit, right?
So I'm like, yeah, why don't you go on back and say something, man? Like, say how you enjoyed our stream tonight, and they're like, oh, the autism. Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, JT, was there anything else you wanted to add? I mean, you did tell us about the Smash Brothers update.
Yeah, not only did they confirm Simon Belmont, but they also confirmed King K. Rool from Donkey Kong Country.
Okay, yeah, Dark did cover that. Yeah,
I was about to say, yeah,
Dark?
I covered the
Yeah.
whole list.
yeah.
Yeah, you basically covered everything I was gonna talk about.
My bad.
When does Smash Brothers come out?
December 7th.
Okay. Yeah, I know Joey still has it.
I didn't know you were going to cover the whole list. My bad.
It's all good.
It's all good. You're going to start playing Warframe on Xbox. Yeah, let us know, man. You definitely got a good team. Here, you got me, Dark, Bane. We all play Warframe. I don't know if anybody else within the group plays it.
I don't know. We got Bane and I and Blackstar and all us. We have a little
Like a clan.
clan. Yeah, I forgot what it was called for a minute on the game. It's a clan in the game called the Crazed Butt Stabbers. If you want to know why we are called that, when me and Monfos came up with the clan, we literally just was running around with melee weapons, killing everything, just going, butt stabbing! Yeah, that's literally how we came up with Crazed Butt Stabbers.
I tell you what, maybe with either server wise or graphic wise, I will say when it comes to Warframe, I like the controls a lot better on console than PC because I tried playing it on PC with the keyboard and mouse, and it is very difficult. Like I can't begin to explain how the fucking controls were with that game.
Right. It is interesting.
But yeah, looks like Johnny T has backed out for the evening. He has something going on in his background. And of course, I think, I don't know if you're going to go get some sleep or if you want to hop in some PUBG right after we end this.
I don't know. I gotta see what the girlfriend is doing. I might join for PUBG. I gotta see what she's doing before I decide what's going on.
All right, Shadow, I know you're in the chat, so are you up for PUBG? And if you so, I know I'll be in there in about 5-10 minutes.
Let me. I can tell you right now.
Okay.
I have Xbox up. Bane, Shadow are both on PUBG.
Okay.
Bane, James, and did James change his gamer tag?
He might have. He was talking about changing it to something Phoenix. I think it was like Burning Phoenix or something.
Dark Phoenix. Okay.
Dark Phoenix. Okay. Oh, okay. So we'll all get on there and do something.
Yeah, those two are together right now. So
Yeah,
Bane, he's not in their party, but he's on PUBG. So
okay, that's fine. Yeah, guys, we didn't get to a couple of the main topics tonight. That's all right. I'll save it for another time. But I did open up with, of course, the whole thing with emulators. It looks like if you're a gamer looking to play like old school games on your PC, emulating and whatever. Hope you got them all downloaded right now. Hope you all had them for like a good long time, like I do. Because you're not going to be able to find them online now. They're starting to take all that stuff down as part of a piracy issue, of course. That whole thing. And,
always something.
yep, EMU Paradise. The website's still up. You can still go to the website, but you're not going to be able to download anything content-wise, like, the ROMs or the emulators or whatever. So it's...
I know. I was thinking of finding emulators for some classic games, but yeah.
I mean, you could probably still look around. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few websites that are up.
I want to try to find one for Star Wars Bounty Hunter and like the fucking Rogue Squadron and everything.
Yeah, the N6. I'm pretty sure you can still find them. I would say look around, even if you got to go to like something like Pirate Bay, if Pirate Bay still has any torrents up for that stuff, and just download them that way. But I got a lot of, like, when it comes to 64, I have a couple good emulators for it, and I have every single 64 game on PC.
Right.
So, like, if I wanted to, I could sit here and pull it up, just mute the audio, and just fucking play Rogue Squadron while we're sitting here chatting,
Oh, if you did that, I'd fucking beat the shit out of you, just saying.
Yeah, I actually got Rogue Squadron physical on 64.
I'm not talking. Well, I'm talking the one. What was the ones for the GameCube?
Oh, they had Rogue Squadron 2 and 3. Oh, now I gotta look it up. Oh god, let's see. Star Wars.
God damn it! Yep, so do I.
Star Wars games, GameCube. I know a couple of Rogue. Yeah, there was Rogue Squadron 2, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, the Clone Wars, the Bounty Hunter, Rogue Squadron 3, Rebel Strike, Lego Star Wars, and Lego Star Wars 2. They came out on GameCube.
Yeah, Rogue Squad. Yeah. Because I had Bounty Hunter for the PS2.
Yeah. There's that one. Yeah, I see that now. Yeah, there's Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, I had that on PS2, and oh my god, I loved that game.
That's like real quick. This is a funny story. I had this was back when Episode 3 came out in theaters, and I've yet to see it around that time. But I remember going to 7-Eleven over near the airport, and this was when they would have the movies and shit behind the counter right there dangling in front of you at the register and shit, and they had some video games there too, and they had Episode 3, the video game, for PS2.
I had that game.
Yeah, I only played like a mission of it, and then here's the fucked up part about that is, like, I had it for maybe a week. And then a buddy of mine was like, hey, can I borrow it and play it for a little bit and I'll return it? And I said, yeah, sure, why not? It's a pretty good game from what I played so far. Nope, never got it back. Never seen that. Or my fucking friend again. I'm like, God, motherfucker. I was fucking pissed. I was looking forward to playing the rest of the game and all. And even though...
Okay, so I see what Kira did.
Oh, yeah?
He created another profile is what he did.
Oh, okay. So he still has his Kira profile.
That or I don't know, because it went from Kira to Dark Phoenix, and now he's back on Kira. I don't know. I'm so confused right now.
Oh, Jesus. All right, so anyways, guys, thank you for joining us tonight, entertaining you with some Star Wars and talking about our number one super fan and stuff like that. And you all got an update on Super Smash Brothers. If you guys are looking forward to getting that this coming December, if you have a Switch, comes out, what do you say, December 9th or something? I think it was.
Some shit like that.
Yep. And of course, Dark, he was going to be away for tonight. Glad you joined in for the podcast, man. So always happy to have you here.
Yeah, not a problem.
And Shadow, I know you were in here earlier and you were having some technical issues, but you still were here in spirit.
Shadow's a faggot anyways.
And if you're all offended, oh well, leave.
We don't give a shit.
Anyways, guys, we are heading out of here. Thank you for joining us today, Wolf, as always. You can check us out on Twitter at ArrowOfficial17, or if you are watching this on Twitch right now, this will be re-uploaded later on our YouTube channel, Arrow Entertainment, and there was that lovely piece by Dark there.
Not a problem.
And I'm thinking about doing a Titanfall 2 stream tomorrow. I'm sorry, Dark, you gotta work, but maybe we'll do something on Friday, Titanfall-wise, if you're up for it.
Yeah, I'm off Friday, so...
Alrighty, and be looking for those... Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't get out of work last night until 1 a.m.
Yeah, you tell me you had like 5 trucks loaded up or some shit.
Fucking hell. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I used to work in a warehouse. I know how that is. So, guys, y'all have a good night. We are signing off. We will see you tomorrow.